What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG video, and I'm joined today by my good friend Grant Manley, who recently finished second place at Virginia Regionals. Congratulations, Grant.
Thanks, Chip.
Yeah. So we're looking at his awesome Wobbuffet Arachnoid... I can never say his Pokemon's name right. Arachnoid, Glaceon, and Jolteon deck. Grant did do a deck profile and went over his matchups for this deck over on the Team ARG Facebook page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Definitely go check that out if you want to hear about Grant's matchups in Virginia. But we're just going to talk about the deck and talk about Grant's decisions when he was making the deck, and then we'll end up playing a couple games with it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So Grant, for Wobbuffet here with the Bide Barricade ability, having this Pokemon active makes it so that you can play your items against Decidueye, of course. I think that was your main thinking there. So you were just really expecting a lot of Decidueye going into the tournament?
Yeah, I thought everyone would play Decidueye. I know everyone was talking about it. All these articles were about it. Brazil and Australia was like a little while back, had all Decidueyes. Brazil, very recently, all Decidueyes. So I knew there'd be lots of Decidueyes, and Wobbuffet, of course, is the go-to counter for Decidueye. So I figured, like, what if I just play 4 Wobbuffet, and they can never Feather Arrow, or use Vileplume, or Shaman, or anything. So it slows the game way down, lets you run them out of energies with the hammers, and that's pretty much how you beat owls, like almost 100% of the time.
So do you normally, in that matchup, would you even attack with something like a Jolteon or a Glaceon?
Yeah, interestingly, Glaceon is immune to Owl's Razor Leaf, and Jolteon hits Lugia for weakness while protecting itself from it, but you actually don't want to use either of them in the Owl's matchup. Ideally, you only get Wobbuffet out, and you just chip away at their energies, and if you have to, you can actually attack with Psychic Assault. The damage adds up in the long game, because games versus Owls takes a long time, and you can just Psychic Assault, it adds up. You can also Sky Return Loop, floats into Wob, Sky Return back into Wob, and keep doing that. So if you need to attack, you can, but really the premise is Ability Lock, Energy Denial, and that's all you need to do.
Makes sense. So yeah, Grant does run a ton of Energy Denial here. 3 copies of Enhanced Hammer in order to discard special energies. We've also got 3 copies of Team Flare Grunt to discard an energy off of his opponent's active Pokemon, and 2 copies of Team Skull Grunt to have their opponent reveal their hand and discard 2 energy cards directly out of his opponent's hand. So how useful were these Energy Denial cards?
I needed every single one of them. The counts were, like, I think perfect. They worked very well for me, and they were incredibly useful. Of course, they're mostly for the Decidueye matchup because that's your only win condition in that matchup. But, of course, you can use Enhanced Hammer against any deck with special energy, and Flare Grunt can be used against literally any deck with energy.
Yeah.
And Skull Grunt is very useful. I actually included it only for the Decidueye matchup because it hits them after they Hollow Hunt, but for the energies back. But you can also use it to prevent Lysander attachment plays against decks like Turbo Dark and Volcanion, which I thought that it actually was really useful. Looks at their hand, sees what kind of answers they might have for whatever you're going to do, and of course prevents, like I said, attachment Lysander plays against like Jolteon or Glaceon on the bench, and I just found it to be a great card.
It can also prevent, like, Decidueye, if you didn't play this card, they could potentially just Sky Return Loop and kill your
Right.
Wobbuffets, and this totally prevents that because you discard those energies.
Exactly, yeah. If they try and Sky Return Loop, some decks you can Jolteon one-shot the Shaman,
Yeah.
but you don't want Jolteon in some of the matchups, so they'll try to Sky Return Loop, but then you can Skull Grunt and nullify that strategy.
So you chose to play 3 copies of Enhanced Hammer, which is obviously a very good card against things like Decidueye, things like Mega Rayquaza, Dark Dragons, anything that rely, like, there's a lot of decks that rely on special energy, but I think going into the weekend, most people were expecting the biggest decks to be Volcanion, Darkrai, and Decidueye. So Enhanced Hammer is very good against Decidueye, also, obviously, but against Darkrai and Turbo Dark, this card does absolutely nothing. So what were you, like, worried about that, having 3 copies of it, 3, like, totally dead cards in 2 really popular matchups?
So this is an anti-meta deck that's really just teched for everything. So unfortunately, there are going to be dead cards in every single matchup, and that is a little annoying, but it does make your Ultra Ball discards decision easier. So yeah, it's unfortunate that you do have dead cards in a lot of the matchups, but Darkrai is pretty easy with just Jolteon, and Volcanion is pretty easy with just Araquanid. So it's a very low maintenance matchup, so you can afford to have some dead cards.
So usually Jolteon's Flash Ray would be enough against Volcanion, but I think the reasoning you chose to include Arachnoid is because sometimes Volcanions will play Ranger. So if they can use that to get around the Jolteon's Flash Ray, and they can't touch Araquanid because
Right.
none of them play Hexmaniac at this time, at least.
Yeah, I was banking on none of them playing Hexmaniac. You usually can get Araquanid out. I happened to prize at 3 out of my 5 games against Volcanion. But luckily they didn't play Ranger, which really you have no idea if the Volcanion is going to play Ranger.
Yeah.
It's like a coin toss, so you want to go for the Spider if you can.
Yeah, I know Mike Newey, who recently won Utah Regionals, he played a Ranger in his list, but previous to that, a lot of people had cut Ranger from their list, so it's kind of a toss-up. Do they play it? Do they not?
Right, so I just wanted to have that for the Volcanion decks that did run Ranger. And I thought after the Jolteon Decidueye deck just won Brazil, that maybe they would tech Ranger back in.
Okay, so you also chose to include 2 copies of Ninja Boy. Did you have any cool like Ninja Boy plays throughout the weekend that you want to talk about? Yeah.
Ninja Boy is way more broken than I thought it was. So before I made this deck, I'm just like, okay, Ninja Boy, it's not very good. And then I put Ninja Boy in this deck. I'm like, this card's amazing because you have Rainbow Energy, which works on all of your attackers, and you can go in and out of Wob, in and out of Jolteon. You can go against Volcanion. You can theoretically wait a turn with 2 Wobs or something, then go Ninja Boy, Dewpider, Ultra Ball, Araquanid at the same turn. Surprise, you lose. And you can... Actually, on stream,
sorry.
Actually, one of my matches on stream, I had a Lysander... Aaron Tarville Lysander stalled one of my Wobs active. I only had 1 DCE left. I believe it was only 1 DCE left. I didn't want to waste it retreating it. So what I did is I Ninja Boy'd the Wob into a Dewpider. Knocked it out.
Yeah.
No longer stranded active. Can keep Sky Return looping. It's pretty useful. That was probably the spiciest Ninja Boy play. I had Ninja Boy into Wob and into Psychic Assault. I had some interesting Ninja Boy plays. It's really a fun card, and you can do a lot of things with it. So I really loved having Ninja Boy.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a very cool card. Another, as far as like tech supporters go, we got the standard 4 copies of N, 4 copies of Professor Sycamore. We talked about the Skull Grunts and Flare Grunts. You also chose to play 2 copies of Pokemon Center Ladies. You want to talk about this card a little bit?
Right, so Centerly is good in a lot of matchups. Against Decidueye, it's not the best, but it's very useful if you are ever forced to go in with Glaceon or Jolteon. Heals off the Feather Arrow damage, lets you live a little longer. Against Volcanion, they have to Sky Return loop your Araquanid, which is a very poor strategy, but it's really all they have.
Yeah.
Center Lady erases 2+ turns of Sky Return if you've got Rough Seas, and if Rough Seas doesn't stick, you always have Center Lady. It's also great against Mewtwo. They have to try and Shadow Shot your Glaceon to death. Not very powerful. You have Flare Grunt and Center Lady. Heals that off. Rayquaza has to try and Dragon Pulse or Anticipy and Burn. Center Lady heals it off. Very good in lots of matchups. Not pretty useless against, I guess, Turbo Dark, but it's worth it. Worth the 2 spots. I played 2 copies because Tapu Lele doesn't exist. You have to draw your copies when you need it. One of is not consistent. So I love the Center Ladies. Great inclusion.
Another thing too, like if there was to be sometimes random basics in evolution decks will have attacks similar to Dewpider, which can paralyze your attackers. So having Center Lady to remove Espeon's confusion.
GX, I forgot about that. Espeon GX is a huge issue for Glaceon. It doesn't do damage with Psybeam, but it confuses through Crystal Ray. So you can heal that. If you can do it enough turns, you can heal off the confusion, 3-shot the Espeon.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. So looking at the list now, is there anything you think you would change in it? I know you had talked about some cards you had thought about including, like you thought about the Wishy-Washy, you had thought about the second Glaceon, maybe like a Regice or something like that. Is there anything you would change in the deck?
In the end, since I got second, I can't really complain. There's nothing I can include for Lapras. That's an auto loss anyway.
Yeah.
But actually, the Turbo Darks that I played against didn't run energy removal, which was the only reason I played the extra copies of that Lightning Energy. So theoretically, you could cut the Lightning Energy for maybe a Glaceon, or maybe a Rough Seas, or a Floatstone. But having the extra consistency, the extra energies, consistently Flash Ring is very strong as well. So, I mean, you could cut the Lightnings if the Turbo Darks don't run energy removal.
Okay, yeah.
But, having the extra consistency.
Would you have ever thought about going to 2 Enhanced Hammer and having the 4th Flare Grunt? Or do you like the counts as it is?
If anything, I would go 4 Enhanced Hammer.
Okay.
4 Flare Grunt.
Okay.
I definitely want all the energy removal I can. Enhanced Hammer, maybe Flare Grunt's a little better against Decidueye, but Enhanced Hammer snipes the DCEs off the bench from the Megas. I think 3/3 is fine. And more is optional. No less than.
So maybe that could be what you cut the 2 Lightning Energies for, the 4th of each of those.
Sure.
Okay, so there's a lot of 61st and 62nd cards in the deck.
The definite 61st card is the second Glaceon. One Glaceon is scary. You only have one of them. So I definitely wanted a second one. I ultimately couldn't find the space for it. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna hop into the PTCGO versus ladder.
All right.
This is it's on theme deck for some reason. I'm gonna go find Grant VA. We're gonna play a game. I'm gonna play this game and kind of talk about what I think I should do, and Grant's gonna tell me why I'm wrong and tell me what to actually do. And then we'll let Grant play one to finish it. Or no, here, how about this? We'll let Grant play the first game. And we give you the mouse, and then I'll watch, and if I can learn, we'll go on that way. Okay,
this might be a little bit of a different meta than I prepared it for.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah, we talked about that before.
Yeah, we'll take the challenge. It'll be fun.
So Guardians Rising is legal on the versus ladder currently, so there's a chance that we play against some stuff that we wouldn't normally have been prepared for. And also, since Grant's deck exists now, people may be playing cards to beat his deck.
Got the Wob, that's good.
So Wob start obviously very, very strong. So looking at the rest of this hand, how's this looking?
I mean, we're probably just going to play an N.
Oh yeah, he's going first too, though, so... So we'll see what we're playing against. It looks like maybe a Dark Dragons deck, so we do see the Giratina. So pretty obviously the energy removal is probably going to be pretty good here.
Could go Ninja Boy, DC, Jolteon.
Mm-hmm. Because he may not play any sort of...
And then Ninja Boy next turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Lots of options. As long as you... Well, he does play Max Elixir, so there could be a chance that he would possibly... take a knockout on Wobbuffet next turn, so that would maybe... Because, like, if he goes Float Stone, attach Double Dragon, Max Elixir, then he can kill you with the Dragon Strike.
But he only has 3 cards in hand. Hopefully none of them are Sycamore. He can't use Shaman.
Yeah. Oh, he might... Hopefully he realizes he grabbed a Shaman here, so...
Yeah, let's just play that Shaman down, buddy. Nah.
Let's see if he does it. No, maybe? Nah. Oh, no, just a pass. Okay.
People know now.
They know.
Good Scour turn.
Maybe. I mean, you could just set up the lone Jolteon play, like you said, attach the DCE, Flare Grunt, pass, and next turn you have Ninja Boy Sycamore to try to hit the Jolteon. But I don't know. You do you. This is your deck.
He's got a dead hand.
Yeah, we know he didn't play any supporter. All he played was the Max Elixir and the Ultra Ball.
Don't want to give him an out. He's got a Shaman and nothing else.
Yeah.
Hit him with a pass.
All right. So next turn,
Top
if he doesn't,
energy.
Yeah,
Top deck lightning.
That would be perfect. Oh yeah, you can't Ninja Boy and Sycamore on the same turn, of course. I don't know why I was thinking that.
Nice hand, bro.
But you can Ninja Boy and then dig with the Shaman potentially. Then that gives you...
Could just Sycamore.
And then try to set up a Ninja Boy later. Should you play the Floatstone first, though? Just like play your hand out?
I'd have a belt on it.
That's true, I guess.
If it's going to become a Jolteon.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, we'll try and get a VS Secret Lightning Energy.
Alright.
Throw everything away.
There's the Lightning. Or the Rainbow. No VS Seeker yet, though. So you may have to play an in on the next turn.
You can have the Lightning later if he Chaos Wheels.
Yes.
He's probably not going to kill me. But Rainbow puts it in Dark Pulse math thing, so
20, 40, 60.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Hit him with a pass.
Okay, so this could be a little risky here. If our opponent does
Top deck
Sycamore float and then like 2, or if he hits this Max Elixir, attaches a Double Dragon, gets a Float Stone, but he missed Max Elixir, so that's pretty important.
We're going to top deck a VS Seeker.
Okay, so he got nothing.
VS Seeker.
Oh.
Oh no!
Triple Wob. So inning here could be a little risky because you give your opponent a new hand. What are you thinking? Benching the Wob? Okay, they're all coming down. I mean, do you want to just like pass till you draw into it, or?
I don't see why we don't just pass.
Okay. So, ending there, Grant knows that he doesn't want to give his opponent a new hand because he hasn't played any supporters or anything.
This is so awkward.
Eventually, your opponent will top deck out of this,
His hand is garbage.
But eventually he can top deck out.
VS Seeker.
Flare Grunt.
Now I wish I was Psychic Assaulting him this whole time.
Why haven't you been? Oh, because you didn't touch the Rainbow. Yeah, never mind. Of course.
I think it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Jolteon's the win condition.
Okay.
His hand's so bad. Like, I could end and I'd probably win anyway, but, like, his hand's just so bad right now.
So, obviously, Giratina is something that, you know...
like, 2 Shaman, 2 versus Seeker, and, like...
Yeah, we know he has the Shaman at least.
Probably, like, 2 versus Seeker, because, like, what else would he have? Like...
Yeah. Just passing.
VS Seeker. Yes.
Okay.
So
here comes the Ninja Boy.
Oh, I don't have to pick the... Oh, yeah, okay. Ninja Boy, and then I have to... Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, were you not sure what you could pick? Okay, Ninja Boy.
This guy.
And Jolteon, here he comes with the Flash Ray.
GG.
He can, of course, still Lysander Wobbuffets. He could play Escape Rope, so he could pull off a Escape Rope Lysander play.
He can set it for 1 now.
Yes, he can set up. We'll see what he chooses to do.
So ideally, I can set up this wall with a bunch of energies too, and then even if he Lysanders this, I can just Ninja Boy Jolteon again. Or I could just get another Jolteon, I guess.
Okay. So lots of important decisions to make. He does find a switch card.
Oh,
Let's see if he... he can't obviously do any damage with the Darkrai this turn, but he's probably... I guess he's just playing that to draw one more card with the Shaman here. And yes, you can Flare Gun him on the next turn.
I don't know if there's any reason for benching this or not benching this. I don't think it really matters.
Okay.
That was funny. I had 4 Wobs that
Yeah, all 4 of your Wobs in your deck in your hand by the 3rd turn.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he does. He's probably just looking at his hand and being like, "Ooh, there's the Escape Rope."
And he just wasted his Escape Rope.
Yep, and since he cannot Lysander this turn, that really doesn't do that much.
That's his only way to win. Why would you play that?
Yeah, so he should have held the Escape Rope there until he draws into maybe like a Lysander. Try to build up some energy on the back.
I want to top take a VS Seeker again.
And then the second Jolteon, yeah.
Double Dragon, Beast of Fang. Alright, I guess that's fine. No?
Okay, nope, he doesn't have that either. Did you get a...
I don't want to end him because his hand is still complete garbage.
Do you want to retreat here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Energies are like... What?
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
I had to uninstall and reinstall the game. It wasn't working for me,
Oh.
so I had to... so that's why all this stuff is popping up now.
Yeah, it's fine. I think I can just hold that. Maybe here. Sure.
You can... Well, I don't know. Maybe you could have...
Whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
I usually just play really passively with this deck, especially when their hand's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, he has literally nothing in his hand, so...
Yeah, our opponent definitely should have held the Escape Rope. Yeah. Or maybe that's why he didn't, because he... Well, no, if he had the Lysander in his hand, he should have... I don't know. So here, you have this Wobbuffet stuck. You could in and try to get a DCE to retreat it. Nope.
So bad.
Okay. I mean, this is but he'll eventually top deck a Sycamore or a Trainer's Mail or an N or something. Of his, so you can't always count on that.
Seeker. Please kill this Wob, please.
He is. So he might take. He would need a.
He doesn't kill it yet.
Yeah, and he doesn't have. He has played 3 Max Elixirs, I think, at this point, right? So no, just 2. So if he had his last 2 Max Elixirs.
Yeah, please kill it. Thank you.
Okay, Enhanced Hammer. That'll be good later.
Yeah.
So obviously, even if he gets 70 damage off on the Jolteon, we're not worried right now because let's see, he would have to get... Well, we have 200 HP, so even if he got his last 2 Mega Turbos and a Double Dragon Energy attachment, he wouldn't be able to KO the Jolteon, and since he brought it up... Oh, he's playing new stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, that doesn't really make a difference here. But like we said,
There it is.
Yeah, so he did draw out of it finally.
Yeah, I hints of that.
Yeah, it had Hex, Pokemon Center Lady, Trainer's Mail. Maybe if he has a second Escape Rope here, he can get a hit off on the Jolteon. But once we get the Flash Ray back up, he won't be able to, do much.
That's cute. Oh, all 4 Max Elixirs.
So there's his last one.
Looks like a hit, yep. He's going to try and Giratina me.
Yeah, Chaos Wheel, if he does get it up, makes it so he can't attach energy, but since we already have energies on Jolteon, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Oh, I thought he was going to kill it.
So he chose not to attack, obviously knowing we can't move the Wobbuffet yet. We'd have to draw into a Floatstone or something like that.
I can't bench 6 prizes, but I could bench a lot of useless stuff to
Okay.
thin for my second Floatstone, which I didn't get because I wasn't expecting it.
You can DCE retreat here, though? Do you want to do that, or is that wasting the DCE?
I have to because,
He can
he's
just
gonna
Lysander.
pass, because he would just pass until he hits the 10 energies Lysander.
Yeah, that's true.
I got another Jolteon, but I don't have an energy, so I don't need to bench it. And that's
Okay.
6 prizes on the bench.
So we are down 1 Floatstone. So there's only 1 Floatstone left. So we're limited on our switch cards here. And so why did you bench the Jolteon or the Wobbuffet and the Dewpider, just to not draw them again offhand?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. So he does get the Double Dragon here on to the Giratina. Let's see what he decides to do. We do have a Team Flare Grunt if he brings up the Giratina. Would you Team Flare Grunt the Darkrai here?
Yeah.
Okay. You do it on the Darkrai and wouldn't save it for the Giratina? I guess it doesn't really matter that much, really. If he doesn't play Pokemon Ranger, there's really nothing he can do.
He's gonna Lysander Stall me.
Yeah.
Which is, like, whatever. He could win if, like, I don't retreat it ever, and then he just Lysanders it. Okay, so he Lysanders the one. Thank you. Now
That you can retreat?
Just waste your VS Seekers. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and he killed it.
So yeah, I mean, do I Flare Grunt? I guess. I don't know. Whatever. What's that? 2 VS Seekers.
Yeah. And how many Lysander?
1 Lysander.
Yeah, so he still has a lot of Lysanders left. Decisions. Team Flare Grunt comes in. Okay, so next turn, or no, we need Fury Belt next turn in order to KO the Darkrai. And you only have 1 left, right? You play 2?
I feel like I did something wrong sometime.
You're not like in the position we're in right now?
No. Kill this. 24, 68, 100, 20, 40, and 50. So you can't kill it.
He can kill it with...
I mean, the Jolteon.
Oh, he can't kill the Jolteon, yeah.
Right, there goes his second escape rope. Wait, he probably doesn't play any more than that, so we're fine.
And now you can just keep the Flash Ray going. We don't know if he plays energy removal also. That's the thing. He could play something like a Team Flare Grunt. Now you can't attach your special energies. Yeah. No reason to play any of the other cards.
I probably play this deck more passively than I should, but I just play it really passively most of the time. Unless, like, I really need to get something.
Makes sense.
Like, against Turbo Dark, I'm, like, really digging for the turn 2 Flash Ray, but...
And here, too, like, we've only used 1 Enhanced Hammer, so we still have a lot of energy removal left.
Can I kill this next turn? Let's
Yeah.
get belt on it. Ultra Balls, 2 Ultra Balls. I love it. Pro plays.
Pro plays.
It doesn't need the Ultra Balls anymore.
Right. I mean, we could Ultra Ball away our dead Ultra Balls as well.
Yeah.
But we don't really need anything right now.
Yeah, I may have done something wrong at some point, but it's probably fine because he's gonna have a hard time trying to retreat this. That doesn't do very much damage.
And he's just keeps sycamoring. What do you think he's looking for here?
He's played this way worse than I have. Just burning things for no reason. He'll probably end up decking out, honestly.
Yeah, 11 cards left. We have 25. So there's a Seeker. So we know he has a Lysander next turn. So we can kill.
Probably just Sycamore next turn, try and find a hammer.
Okay.
It's minus 40 damage. So.
He does get the belt, so we cannot kill it this following turn.
Yeah.
Next turn, he could Lysander the Wobbuffet, and then because of Chaos Will, we wouldn't be able to retreat it. Just check the deck here.
Don't really need the Rusties.
If we're in
I just want to
Sycamore
get
anyway.
rid of the Jolteon. I want to get rid of the Jolteon. Oh, I missed.
You didn't even check the deck.
Oh,
wait.
I can always buddy it if I should have saved the other Ultra Ball and then like Ultra Ball for the Arachnid and discard
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
Not yet.
So we do draw into VS Seekers, though, which means you can use Team Flare Grunt. You could dig for an Enhanced Hammer here, but
Not
you
yet.
don't need it. Okay. We know he has a VS Seeker in his hand, so he can Lysander this turn. But I wonder what he would go for. Try to set up a Lysander and then Lysander on the following turn.
Yeah, that's what he has to do.
Yeah.
But I can Flare Grunt and Enhanced Hammer and make it do minus 80.
He plays
Good
a
Lord.
third escape rope
That's
comes
not
in.
good. 20, 40, 60, 8,
And now he has the VS Seeker.
I was not expecting 3 escape rope. Okay, you got me.
So there down goes the Jolteon.
You got me, so I need to find my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's not prized. I can probably deck him out anyway.
Yeah, he's only got 9 cards left, so now it's just a surviving game. And since he didn't use Chaos Wheel, this turn we can
Who plays 3
attach the energy.
escape rope in this deck?
You know, that's a good point, though. Like, sometimes this deck can be... Like, this deck is really dependent on your opponent not playing specific things. Like,
Yeah.
not playing counters to Jolteon.
Yeah.
Not playing counters to Arachnid if they're...
Enhanced Hammer.
Not playing... Ooh, there's the... Ooh, tough choice. Tough choice.
How many DCs are in here?
2, I think. 3. Should have checked the deck to make sure the other one's not prized.
He has 2 prizes left. I'm just going to try and deck him out.
Okay. How many energies are in here for him?
Not enough.
2 darks. So he probably has 3 left?
Do I have a Lysander in here?
I don't think so.
That stinks.
You can hit one off the mail.
Give me a Lysander.
Okay.
Ew.
Don't need that.
I don't want to discard anything. Give me a Lysander. Lysander.
Well. Hammer comes in. I'm going for the Salamence.
This is poor.
So even though we're in a bad spot, we can still win this game. It is looking a little rough, though. There's 3 in the discard for him. He probably plays 10. He could only play 9. You don't want to attach the energy to anything? To like set up a... Oh, no, because you can't Ninja Boy now because it's in the discard pile. They're both in the discard, yeah. He does have the other energy.
I needed a Lysander. I played 2 Lysander, so 12 cards in the deck. Theoretically, I've seen one by now, but I haven't.
You could have prized them, too.
Yeah, sure. Just have you a Lysander. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh. Well.
So bad.
I think we might be out of options here.
We lost.
Flare Grunt, hope he doesn't have an energy. If he doesn't...
Lost versus an auto win. So good at this game.
It happens. I mean, we might have made a mistake earlier on. We'll see if he has the energy or not. He does.
Good game, not really. 3 ropes. Oops.
Oops. We'll chalk that one up to an oops.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do one more. And we'll see what happens here.
I don't care.
Things do happen. Like,
This thing's just terrible. I don't even care anymore. It did its job. Oh well. This is fine.
This is fine. Totally fine. Oh, it didn't type. Never mind. As we can see, if we even find an opponent here. Oops. Okay, we do finally get into a game. So, looks like Decidueye. Oh, wait, no. Psychic.
Sure.
Grass,
You too.
Psychic, colorless. What would the grass be?
If it's Decidueye, then they...
Oh, they play the Mewtwo. Yeah. So it is probably Decidueye. Okay, cool.
Or Espeon version.
Which could be a thing as well, so... Wobbuffet,
Yeah.
I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see here what my opponent's going to start with. Most likely going to be Decidueye. Starting Wob, of course, is very good. And we'll just see what he's going to do. Okay. So I think Alex Hill played 1 unknown in his Brazil list for Decidueye, so I still think this is most likely Decidueye.
There's no way it's Decidueye.
There's no way it's... Oh, Vespiquen. Yeah.
Not enough types for Vespiquen. Or do they only show 3?
No, they show more.
Yeah, then it's not Vespiquen. Just pass.
Just pass. Okay. And we'll see... I mean... Yeah, Alex Hill did play 1 unknown in his Brazil list for Decidueye Vileplume, so...
In Australia?
Yeah, Australia, that's what I mean. So this level ball will definitely tell us for sure.
Can't attack.
He cannot attack, that is... I mean, he can attach DCs
He
to it.
starts chipping with hidden power. We gotta remove that.
Oh, gosh. He does hit us for weakness. 20 damage. We do get a DC, or a...
Now's a great time to Skull
Enhanced Hammer, and we do have a Skull Grunt.
Now's a fantastic time to Skull Grunt.
So, this following turn... Oh,
not many options.
Vespiquen Yanmega.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I don't see,
Dig through your deck.
I don't see how we lose.
Okay. So, we just go Skull Grunt.
Yep.
Barrier Break does hit through Glaceon, so Glaceon won't be a good strategy here for us, but we're going to see that my opponent's most likely going to end next turn.
Still a fine strategy.
Yeah, so bench this.
Yep.
DCE goes anywhere?
Yeah.
Active?
I don't care.
Okay. Alright, so we'll see what he does.
It's weak to lightning.
Yes. So he could set up a Flash Ray potentially. Ninja Boy Flash Ray.
140.
So he top decked the Yanmega.
He has an N in his discard, right?
Yeah.
So he's got, what, Lysander, VS Seeker?
We could go Ninja Boy Jolteon and kill it this turn.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Sure, why not?
It's not like he's going to kill the Jolteon.
That's true. It would be very difficult for him to kill the Jolteon this turn with the B Revenge attack. And we do have an Enhanced Hammer to remove energy.
Sorry, guys. I don't know the optimal strategy for Vespiquen Yanmega.
Yeah, not a deck you normally expect to play against.
We're just going to wing it. Hold the Enhanced Hammer, too. That's good. Don't want to get rid of that yet.
Yeah.
We will if we have to.
We know he doesn't play the Flareon, but funny interaction could be if he did play the Flareon. We could get out Arachnid, and Vespiquen wouldn't touch it. So it looks like we're going to see an N here.
Actually, ironically, like, if he got out of Flareon, and we did the Arachnid, he could Barrier Break through the Arachnid in one shot.
Yep. Oh, that's true. Oh, wait, no, but then it wouldn't even be a... it wouldn't be a fire type anymore because Flareon only makes stage 1's fire types.
True.
So now's a good time to Skull Grunt as well.
Nah,
well,
he just played an energy after the supporter.
Oh, okay, I didn't see him put the energy down, never mind. Oh, we got the Heart Gold Soul Silver energy.
Just Sycamore into an Enhanced Hammer.
So we see Shaman.
I mean, he is going to, like, just...
It'll be hard for him to get 14 Pokemon in the discard
I feel like
pile.
you set up before you Unknown.
7, 8. Yeah, you definitely should.
So now he's got
what is he going to hit?
With
yeah, what is he going to... Like, unless... Like, what would he hit that would be playable?
There's no reason to not do that. You just set up first and then play Unknown.
We did draw our Glaceon.
Bro. Oh, maybe he just wanted it in the discard and didn't want to. We can't kill it, I don't think.
So, Center Lady Fury Belt?
Wait, how do you get 100 damage? What?
He's got 8 in there.
Yeah, Center Lady Fury Belt seems fine.
Okay. We know he's got a Shaman, so he'll be able to do something this turn. So we'll see Flash Ray. He could be playing Field Blower because, new cards are out. So he could get rid of this, and then if he just needs 2 more Pokemon in the discard pile.
Yeah.
But next turn, if he, doesn't do anything, we can knock this out.
Minus 20 damage, that's fine.
Now we do get hit by Assault Boom, though, which does 150, so it won't...
Kill.
Or no, it does 130.
The whole point was to not get killed. So
yeah, exactly. So he's going to just discard the Shaman. So he needs to... Since he pulled 2 out, he still needs 2 Pokemon in the discard.
We are Flash Raying against an all-stage 1 deck.
Seems like the optimal strategy. Last Unknown comes down, going to discard it. So he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pokemon in the discard, so hitting for 100 still. See how many discards? Just 1, so he's hitting for 110. Here comes another Combee. It looks like we will see the Assault Boom here for 120. So we do kill this.
Ooh,
we do get an
Enhanced
Enhanced Hammer. That's pretty solid.
That was good top deck.
That was a good top deck.
Glaceon. Definitely.
And then Sycamore or Skull Grunt.
Definitely Sycamore.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So we'll do that and see what we draw here. We get another Enhanced Hammer, which could be good for the future. Energy goes good on Glaceon, of course. We will have gotten rid of... He'll have 2 Yanmegas down at this point, which means he may be out of options for Glaceon counters, which would be really nice. Does Rough Seas come down, or would that just be wasted? Okay. Because he does still need to hit the energy. No reason to play Mail or Floatstone right now?
May as well just put the Floatstone on the Wob.
Okay. So we'll do that.
I don't see a reason for us needing the Floatstone later. So.
Okay, but hold the Mail.
Yeah.
Lets us dig 1 card deeper on the next turn, and we will Flash Ray KO the Yanmega.
I pretty much always hold Mail in like every deck unless I really need something. Like I just
at
love
that point,
holding it. Like it's such a good card to have
because it gives you so many outs later on.
Yeah.
So he could play another Revitalizer to get back pieces of the Yanmega line. We do see a Choice Band, so new card coming in as
Cheap
well.
Shot.
Not something we expected, but next turn we can Sycamore or N to try to dig for the DCE. With Glaceon, we do have 3 left in the deck, assuming... We haven't searched the deck yet, so we don't know what we have. And since he's Sycamore, he cannot
Does he
Lysander
have
the
one or
Glaceon.
2 energies in the discard?
Just one,
think
because
it's
he's
just
special
one.
charged one
Yeah.
back. Yep. So Ultra Ball here. Gets rid of Combi, and there's the Tapu Lele.
Tapu Lele. That's pretty good against Glaceon.
Yes, that's true. Energy Drive. But he did discard it. He may only play one. So like we said, like, new stuff here we may not have expected to play against.
So
But,
do we promote the Wob or the Glaceon?
well, we could top deck, like, we could find an Ultra Ball for Shaman to let us dig. But then we
Let's go
bench.
Wob.
We
Because
go
then
Wob.
if we somehow need a Shaman, then we can always just retreat. The
And
Wob.
then Shaman, yeah. So there's the Ultra Ball.
Eh.
So you want to go, like, Ultra Ball away the male and the N for Shaman?
Let's do Ultra Ball and VS Seeker.
Okay.
And not even bench the Shaman because it's kind of a liability.
Okay.
And just get like an Arachnid to discard. Nah, we don't need to use it. Just
Okay. So just get it right.
Wait, let's see how many DCs are left. Nah, you always get the big spider.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because Bubble could still be a thing. So we do have 2 DCs, meaning we prized one. Okay. So just take this.
And we can always Shaman more if we need to.
Play the male.
Yeah.
Don't need to take any of that. Floatstone, just put it on the Glaceon. Or do we want to put a Fury Belt on
Put
it?
a Fury Belt on it.
That does allow the... Oh, well, no, the that would allow it as a break evolution to...
Barrier break math. Like, oh, yeah, true. So maybe
we don't even want a tool on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So here we're just going to Sycamore. In would limit our opponent's hand, but we need a double colorless here pretty badly.
DC. I always drew it in the tournament.
Yeah,
Yes.
I always
No, I
drew it.
literally always Sycamore right into the DC I needed.
So we'll see now what our opponent's counters to Glaceon are. No reason to play the males or the Buddy Buddy or the Ultra Ball, so we will just Crystal Ray.
Passive.
Very passive here. So he does have counters to Glaceon. He does have the Tapu Lele. He does have Yen Mega Break, whose Barrier Break attack does hit through all effects. And we do see another Yen Mega come down. I thought he might have been out. Was Leon on the bench last turn, or did he just bench them both?
Well,
Oh, no, he couldn't have benched them both.
we can.
So he's going to be revenging KO the
Reserve
Wob.
choice band.
But he gives us the Lone Glaceon.
Yeah, but he doesn't play rope anyway.
Is there any reason to try to, like, set up a Lysander on this or something like that? To try to, like, look for a Lysander here? Maybe? No? Yes?
Nah, we just hold it.
And just Flash Ray?
Sure.
Okay.
Crystal Ray, but yeah.
Crystal Ray. So we'll Crystal Ray, take a knockout. We go down to just 3 prizes.
And we have a bunch of males for healing cards if we need to.
So we can look
erase
for
a
Pokemon
barrier.
Center Lady. He has no way to one-shot a Glaceon, so we can look for Center Lady and Ref Season the same turn to heal 90 damage.
And Belt is fine because he can't assault them through.
So we do see the Barrier Break. He does need to burn one more card out of his hand, though, in order to even attack.
Yeah.
So see what he can do. Maybe. So he might not have a way to burn another card, and if he
That would be
can't, that
funny.
means he can't use the Sonic Vision ability in order to attack for no energy. We have burned 3 DCs now at this point, right? Yep. So he only has 1 left, meaning he can't even, unless he plays a second special charge, he can't even power up Assault Boom, unless he plays like basic Grass or basic Psychic.
Could very well be prized.
But we do see Revitalizer come down. He's going to get 2 basics so he can just bench them both and then use Assault Boom. Or Barrier Break, yeah, excuse me.
So we need a Belt, a Center Lady. Oh, no. Yeah, we need a Belt or Center Lady.
Okay, well, we get the Center Lady.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you want to look for the belt with the males?
No, we can heal almost all of it off right now.
And then we kill it on the next, or KO it on the next turn. Yes, in Pokemon we do not kill things, we take knockouts.
We might, Thin. Well, maybe Thin with Ultra Ball. Lightning Jolteon. Yeah.
Okay.
Grab Shaman. Don't play it, of course.
Right. 2 rainbows left. We do have 1 Fury Belt left. 3 Flare Grunts we haven't seen yet. We do have another Center Lady. And 1 VS Seeker and 2 Lysander. All good things to note. 1 more Enhanced Hammer as well.
Perfect math. I love that math. So
So that we can 2-hit KO the Yanmega. He probably doesn't play any healing cards since all of his Pokemon do have low HP. He could play a Psychic Energy and Tapu Cure us and heal all the damage off of both the Yanmega and the Vespiquen, but I would be very surprised to see that. And he's just going to Sycamore here, getting himself even closer to the deck out. Gets rid of one more VS Seeker and an
that was
N.
an awkward hand for him to get down to 4 with.
Yeah.
Field Blower on Rough Seas.
Yeah, Rough Seas.
That's right. That's a good card.
Yep. Field Blower, very, very good card.
I doubt he can get down to... Oh, maybe he will get down to 4. All right.
Force Giant Plants, so that's a
just
card he
needs
can play.
One more playable card right now.
A basic Pokemon or a Trainer's Mail,
There we
so
go.
he can fail this, or if it's something he can play immediately, or if he has another playable card in his hand, he can do that. So we do see the Barrier Break.
Just in
We do
case-
fortunately KO this, but
Just in case.
we do want to try to find healing cards here if we can. So
Ultra Ball, Ninja Boy, and...
Buddy.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we ever need to get back right now, so we can get rid of Buddy.
Do we get anything?
Get a Wob.
Okay. So we're really looking for the Pokemon Center Lady here, or that last VS Seeker, and also the Rough Seas would be very nice. Any reason to... Or we just mail first?
Try and get something.
We get the Rough Seas, which is good. He does only have 4 cards left.
How many forests does he have left?
That's the first one. That's the second one, at least. Nope, third one. Okay. So 1 left.
So he needs Forest, Yanmega, and Yanmega.
So do we try to get the Center Lady? Or should we... We don't want to bench Shaman at all, do we?
No, we really don't.
Okay.
We don't have to. There we go.
Nice. So we do take the Center Lady over the VS Seeker, because VS Seeker can be any other supporter. So we'll take the Center Lady, heal it. So we hit the 2 cards we needed. 19 card deck, so not the lowest odds. So, but we did get, you got to get a little lucky from time to time. Yeah, he's just going to concede there. So one deck that we lost to that normally you should beat, and one deck that you probably will never play against that we did end up beating. So.
All right.
Thank you so much, Grant, for doing this video with me.
Yeah.
Thanks. Big congratulations once again on your awesome finish. Really proud to see you bring second place home to the North Carolina, to the Carolinas. So yeah, any last words you want to say about Araquanid, Wobbuffet, Jolteon, Glaceon, Shaman?
It was a great call. Pretty good anti-meta. I'm not sure how it will go from here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, moving forward with Guardians Rising, what are your thoughts on the deck?
I don't know. I mean, it likes you can go down to 1-ofs with Tapu Lele, 1-of supporters maybe. Tapu Lele is a good Ninja Boy target in and out of it, I guess. For
Energy Drive
like,
can do a lot of damage.
Put it back in, reuse it, or surprise, whatever its attack is called.
Energy Drive.
Energy Drive. Yeah,
Yeah.
surprise Energy Drive off of Ninja Boy. That's cool.
Yep, and you can also use the Tapu Cure GX attack. Right now,
Yeah.
you don't have a GX
Yeah.
attack in the deck.
Yeah, you could. Reason to get my GX marker out, I guess. It's like, they expect a Ninja Boy Mad Bull, and no, Ninja Boy Tapu Cure.
Ninja Boy Tapu Cure. Not what you would normally expect, but there we go. So once again, big congrats to Grant. That's going to do it for us. We're going to get out of here. You can check out Grant once again on the Team ARG Facebook page. Make sure you're subscribed. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. The deck list will be in the description. Definitely give it a try for yourself. Make some adjustments for yourself for post Guardians Rising. Let us know what you think, and that's going to do it for us. We're going to get out of here. Until next time, guys, take care.